Well, it's test day. I have 2 tests today. Let's see how it happens. Let's see how it works out. I got Keith gonna be a first-time tester, and I got a Johnny, and Johnny's gonna be a third-time tester. So we're gonna see how this day goes. Well, it's test day, so I just put one student out there, and it was his first time ever testing, and he trifected. So we got that. I got one test out of the way. He's in there doing his paperwork right now. So after he does his paperwork, then he's gonna go get his. He's gonna have his Purple Prime ID card. So, you know, hey, great job, Keith. Was a great student. He did awesome out there. Next up to test will be my student Johnny. So we're waiting for time to check in. It's gonna be his 3rd test today. So, you know, 3 times is a charm. So we'll see how Johnny does after a while. Right now I'm just waiting to put Johnny out there. Keith was an excellent student. Keith came from my channel. I met him on my channel, and we did a lot of loads. We did a lot of trailer moving to Kansas City. We done a lot of work out here, working on this pad and training, and he's worked hard and he's never complained. And we grinded it. Like we made sure that he got a lot of experience. Like he stayed up with me the whole time. Like one day we took a trailer to Kansas City. I tested Johnny out, and Johnny didn't pass, so I took a trailer up to Kansas City, and we got back real late at night. Put him out there. Hey, it's time to learn alley dock. Put him out there, taught him alley dock in one night. He was like a champ out there. Then I called it a day. The next day I was all like, hey, in the morning you're gonna run through my test. So it was about, we were probably out of here for a total of 10 hours. Got right back out here. I ran him through all my maneuvers. He passed. He only ended up with like 4 points total. You know, and he tested out today. You know, after my test I was all like, man, like, trust me, he was tired, I was tired. Like, we were dead tired. So I told him, I was all like, man, if you did that good on my test while you were that tired, you know, I pushed you. I said, I pushed you. I ran you through the ringer, man. But if you could do it when you were that tired, and my test is harder than your CDL test is going to be, I said, man, if you can do that during my test, you're going to have an easy job on the actual test. He came out here and he killed it. He killed this test. Like, he did awesome. So, you know, that's where I'm at now. I'm waiting to do my next test. What's going on, Keith? Keith tested today. How'd it go?
Man, you know, I was afraid I was going to do terrible, and of course, you know, I didn't.
Trifecta
all day long.
So it was the first test of the day. We got a trifecta. So how was your overall training?
Man, it was good. It was great. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it. I got to do a good bit of driving. Believe I got to do a little bit more driving than a lot of the other cats that came with me during orientation. So I know I had to go through a little bit of issues to get my trainer, but it was well worth it. It was obviously trifecta, first time around.
And we, like, man, the day he took my test, the night before, we took a trailer all the way to Kansas City, and then we came back real late. That's the night he learned his alley dock. He was dead tired. We had
30 minutes.
30 minutes he learned it. Yeah. I was all like, hey, I'll see you in 10 hours. We're going to be out here first thing in the morning. You're going to take my test in the morning. And he was extra exhausted, but that's how I wanted him, because he was doing too good on the pad out there. So I wanted him to be really, really, like, pushed over the edge tired. And How'd your test with me go?
It went good. It went good. It was just like you described. It was tougher than the regular test, which for me, I deal well. That's how I function well, is under stress and under pressure. So your test being tougher on me, that benefited me. That's how I respond well, is to stuff like that. So it made this morning go that much better.
Yeah. So, you know, he put in the hard work. He studied a lot. Like, he was out there studying. He was actually studying because he got with me about Monday, the day he got here, and I already told him, hey man, go ahead, start studying your pre-trip. Get out there to that truck and study that pre-trip. That's some of the things that they don't tell you at first in orientation. They give you your pre-trip, but if you're not looking through that stuff, you don't even know you have your pre-trip on you. So I told him, hey, look through your stuff, get that pre-trip paper, get out there to that truck, start studying. Did we have any trouble studying pre-trip?
Nope, and I'll tell you, anybody that's watching this that's thinking about coming, I got here Sunday night, and we had our orientation stuff on Monday. They gave us our pre-trip stuff, just like he's talking about. Didn't say a word that there is a truck at campus in there. It's the green one with the little short trailer. It's there for us to do our pre-trip on. Nobody said a word all week long, and I didn't meet him. It was Thursday. Or Friday? Thursday. Met him Thursday, and me and him was actually talking on the phone, and I was like, yeah man, I wish I could come out there and study that pre-trip. And he goes, man, use that truck there at campus to study. And I was like, wait a minute. And I knew as soon as he said it, I was like, wait a minute, are you talking about that one with the short trailer? He said, yep, that's what that's there for. My whole orientation class. So I went back the next day. I was like, hey, my trainer told me about this truck. And so we all started hitting that pre-trip. Didn't even say anything to us about it. So anybody that's coming, hit that truck out there at campus. Yep. Don't wait for them to tell you, because if you don't get him or somebody that gives a crap, they're not going to tell you until you're deep into training.
Yeah, for sure. And it's all about hard work and studying. If you can get a jump on it, you can get a jump on that pre-trip, it's going to be better for you, especially if you can get out there one of those first days when you're not doing nothing, because you only have like simulator class, right? Pretty much.
That was it.
So rest of the time you're not doing nothing. Why not get out there and get a head start on that pre-trip? Pre-trip's the hardest thing about this.
Yeah, man. For anybody out there that's not mechanically inclined, I was lucky because I've had to work on my own vehicles most of my life. So the majority of the stuff that's on these trucks, they're the same as what's on your personal cars. They're just supersized. They're just bigger. But for those of you that's not mechanically inclined, you really need to put the time in looking at those components on that truck so you can identify them. Because if you don't already know what an alternator is, then that's your time to figure out what an alternator is. He can't teach it to you. The trainers can't teach it to you. That's for us. I mean, we got to learn that on our own time. If you don't put the time in, if you can't pass your pre-trip, it don't matter how good he teaches you to drive. You ain't going to get to that point.
Exactly. And Keith did an awesome job today. I think his backing, how many points on your backing? 0. And he got 2 points on his pre-trip. 2 small little things he missed on his pre-trip, and
I should not have missed.
And his drive went pretty good from what I understood. He just got about, what was it, 4 points?
Yeah, for turning my signals off either too soon or putting them on.
So that's minor stuff.
Or putting them on too late. He told me not to even worry about it. He told me he was more or less hitting me with it just to hit me with something.
Yeah, so he, look at that, another trifecta for me, and you know, that's Keith's journey with me. We'll be keeping in touch. So
could have gave him a perfect test if I wouldn't have effed up the 2 things on the pre-trip, which I knew, and I haven't missed the whole time I've been here. There was things that I'd never forgotten until test day.
But
this cat puts me out at 6:30 in the morning. I ain't no morning person. So I was the first person testing with one eye shut, one eye open.
Yeah.
So,
but it worked.
It went well. I mean, that's a testament to the training also.
But maybe whenever Keith gets done with his TNT, I'll get with him again. He'll come over here to upgrade to get his truck. Maybe we'll meet up again, and we'll find out how Keith has been doing through TNT. We'll get to hear how bad or how great TNT was. But y'all, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up.
50,000's a long time. Anybody out there that's that might be about to comment on my man's video, you guys should go ahead and comment. And I got about 3 or 4 days to get this crap done. Just go ahead and comment and try to talk him into doing TNT. Just go ahead and roll that in there.
It might not happen.
Yeah, TNT. That's what we need to do.
All right. Well, Johnny just finished his test too, and guess what? He passed. So we'll be hearing from Johnny. Hopefully, if he wants to do a video, we will hear from Johnny up next. Well, I'm here with Johnny. How was your test, Johnny?
Great. Everything went good this time.
Yeah, Johnny got nervous a couple times. What do you tell people about nerves? You got any tips on how to deal with nerves before the test?
What I learned, if on the test itself, if something's not going right, just stop, take a
breathe, gather yourself again, and then start again.
Yeah.
So that's what Johnny had to do. You know what? We never gave up. Johnny never gave up. Johnny kept fighting for his CDL.
Dan never
and I didn't give up either. Johnny was out here putting in as much work as I was. So, you know what? It doesn't matter about the trifecta. What matters is that Johnny got his CDL. And he did great out there. Like, he worked for it and worked for it. He had a nervous problem with the test. Some people do. But the main thing was getting his CDL. Ain't that right? How do you feel? How was your whole training overall? How do you feel?
Dan's awesome.
When primed all together, what do you...
Oh, prime all together. I didn't expect anything like this. It was great.
Yeah, it's great out here. But we have a great program here. I had Johnny for a while. He hurt his finger for a little while, so about 6 days he wasn't able to work, and that kind of put us behind. But you know what? I waited on Johnny. It took a month, but hey, you know, if it takes that long, it takes that long. The main thing is we get the CDL and better him. So now he's better.
That's right.
So he's out there. He's gonna go do his TNT phase now. If he comes back, when he comes back to get his truck, we'll be seeing Johnny again. Maybe he'll hit me up. We'll get together. Maybe talk about how his TNT went.
Okay.
If you're fine with that.
Sounds good.
But yeah, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up on the video. Leave some comments. This is the PSD process and getting your CDL. Bye, everyone.